Hi, I'm CK at CK Education with today's advice for life. Is it okay to go to a community college? A lot of kids ask this, isn't community college for dumb people? I have so many parents and students, talk down about community colleges as if that's where the kids go who couldn't get into college. And yeah, certainly sometimes that's true. As a matter of fact, some kids who don't get accepted into four-year schools end up going to community colleges. But let me tell you this. I've said this many, many times over the years to my students. Um, your intelligence, your real innate intelligence, it's not necessarily measured by your grades. Okay, just because you get great grades doesn't mean you're necessarily a more intelligent person than someone who gets lower grades. Just because you went to a four-year school and you got in no problem, you're not necessarily more intelligent than someone who goes to a community college, and vice versa. Okay, it's not, intelligence is multifaceted. There are kids, like just as an example, I have one student right now. She does pretty well in school, but she just, she's not going to do well on the SAT. She just doesn't, the academic thing, and even in school, she goes to a pretty easy school. And so the coursework rigor is not as strong as some other schools that are more challenging. Nevertheless, she is one of the most intelligent students that I've met. And it's not because of her grades or scores or lack thereof. When you talk to her, she is very in tune with what she's passionate about. She's very knowledgeable about it. She's a great leader in the community. She has great communication skills. She's very mature. She's accountable. She's responsible. She manages multi things simultaneously well. But when it comes to school or academics, she's just not as strong as some of the others. Now, but I told her, you're one of the most intelligent students I met. And when you get out in the real world, after you get through the school, you get out into the real world, you'll see what I mean, that your intelligence, your true intelligence will serve you well. Not all intelligence is measured by GPA, SAT scores, and things like that. There are very intelligent people who are going to community colleges. There are very less than intelligent people, not as intelligent people going to, quote, great schools, great colleges. So don't necessarily judge people based on where they went to college. In fact, don't judge people based on where they went to college. It doesn't matter. That's not the worth of a person. It doesn't necessarily measure their intelligence. It's just college, all right? And there are people, and I have known people who have gone to community colleges. This is not necessarily because they couldn't get into a four-year school. There's other reasons. Some people don't have the financial wherewithal. Some people, they just have health issues. A lot of things can determine that. And some people just decide to go there because it's closer to home and they can get better grades. And whatever the reason is, okay, there's no reason to look down on community colleges or anyone who goes there. It's just, but those kids, they go there and they transfer to a four-year school and they just crush it. They do really well and they go out into the real world and they have very successful careers. I've said many, many times, your success in your career is not determined by what college you go to, what your GPA was, or what your SAT scores were. Those are merely academic things that you have to get through. Once you get out in the real world, people don't care about that. People care about how good you are at what you do. You could go to Harvard, and if you suck at what you do, then it doesn't really matter. You're not really bringing a value to the marketplace, all right? But if you could go to a community college and gone to a local state public school, and if you're really good at what you do, you'll rise to the top. So, it's not depending on what colleges you go to. I don't like it when people talk down about people because of where they went or, where they grew up or whatever their socioeconomic background is or their skin color, whatever. Look, we're all people. We're human beings. And we are all equally valuable. So don't judge people on where they went or what their school name was or anything like that. That's ridiculous, all right? So I think, no matter where they go, and if you go to a community college, if you go to a college that you think is less than where you wish you would have gone, or, people kind of look down on it, don't let that get to you. Just work hard, study hard, and get good at what you do, and you can be just as successful as anyone else. I'm CK at CK Education. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, I hope you stay well.